It's us. We're back home. We're not in the hotel room anymore. So I wanted to go live tonight because I was supposed to go live yesterday, but Cameron was so deathly ill that we couldn't. He's feeling a tad bit better today, so well enough to hold the camera. So before we get started, I have to tell you guys a super fun story. You're probably wondering what's wrong with my eyebrows here. Well, I went and got my eyebrows microbladed today. It was totally a tattoo, just so you know. And for a week they're gonna be dark, exactly like this. So not only can I not show any expressions in my face,
hey, Shayla,
with my eyebrows, but they also hurt like hell, and they look huge and extremely dark like this. So yeah, that's what's wrong with my forehead brows.
but they
right
do
now.
be looking flawless.
They do look pretty flawless. Like, they'll lighten, they'll fade over time. I told my daughter earlier that if she didn't lose her attitude, I was gonna slap her with my eyebrows. She didn't think it was as funny as I did, but you know, it's whatever. So I'm going to, I had a cup prepped for a Woodgrain. I got a request for
Hi,
a
Tivoli.
Tito's vodka
Hi, Vanessa.
barrel.
She said they do look flawless.
They do look flawless. But
Shayla said they will look better.
Yeah, they will, but they hurt like hell. I can feel them scabbing up like a normal tattoo.
Vanessa said, did they do collagen too, or is it just swollen? Sorry, I
Oh
missed
no,
the
they're
beginning.
just super swollen. Yeah, like I can't like move my. I can.
She's
show
gonna
no
look like she has
expression.
RBF the whole video, guys.
Yeah, it's. I'm really not. It's not resting.
Hey,
bitch
Leslie.
face. It's just my forehead is swollen. Yeah, she tattooed them for an hour. She took about 30 minutes with all the measuring and all that good jazz, and 30 minutes of the numbing cream that really didn't work. And
Hi, Anna.
yeah, the other hour tattooing my eyebrows. So yeah, it hurt a lot worse after the fact. So
The numbing
yeah.
cream did work.
What?
The numbing cream did work.
It did a little bit. But
Jada, she got her eyes microbladed.
yes.
Her eyebrows.
Is she asking what's wrong with my face right now?
No, she just said, what did you do? I missed it.
Oh.
She hasn't done anything actually to the cup. Hey, Lisa.
No, I haven't done anything to the cup yet. I was just telling everybody about my morbid eyebrow story.
Sherry said her eyeliner's tattooed. She loves it.
I was thinking about going to get mine done. Like, I didn't know that you could go to like a nail salon and get tattooed eyebrows. Yeah, like it was not a blade. Like it was a tattooing gun and needle that she used on my eyebrows.
Hi, Tiffany.
So I was super surprised to see that. I've had tons of tattoos done before, but never on my face. And it
Hi,
hurts
Annette.
really freaking
Thank you for the
bad.
compliment.
So, yeah. But
Hello,
I'm gonna move
Layla.
on now from my eyebrows because, yeah, they still hurt. But
And our son headbutted her earlier.
yeah, he
Right in the
headbutted
eyebrow.
me in my right eyebrow. And of course, I can't
Hey,
put
Stacy.
like makeup or water on them or anything for at least 24 hours. I can't put makeup on them while they're doing their healing scabbing process.
Oh. Tiffany said, your leg, is that real?
Oh no, Cameron decided that he was gonna draw on me with the super cool tattoo pins.
Hey,
No,
Sherry.
It's not real. Cameron got bored.
Amber said, I have my brows done and mine didn't hurt as much as actual tattoos.
Mine hurts a lot worse than actual tattoos, but she also said that my skin took the ink.
That's funny, Sherry. Hi,
very
Stacy.
well.
Hi, Glory Vet. Hi, Michelle.
So I'm getting my apron on.
Sherry
here.
says she doesn't know she'd go to the nail salon, not where she lives anyway.
Oh, well, she was very good. Like, she measured everything 6 and 7.
Tiffany saw your leg. She's like, wait, when did that happen?
Yeah, no,
Don't-
those are fake. It's this new Sharpie tattooing marker thing that they have now. Like, it's specifically made for drawing.
I did her
tattoos
wrist,
on
too.
yourself. Yeah, he did the wrist too. It washes off, but I got him that for Father's Day because he likes
I gave
to
myself a
draw
panda.
on me all the time. So I figured I would
Geometric
get him
panda.
tattooing markers. So I wanted to show you guys my super awesome motherhood cup that I did. I'm kind of jealous of my customer because I really, really like it. And I think it looks phenomenal with the black and the neon colors on it. I almost wish I would have done a glow powder base on it.
Hey Sherry. Hey Bridget.
But yeah, I love it. And I'm jealous because my customer's going to take it. So
We do epoxy in the house, Leslie.
Yes.
The kind of epoxy she uses right now is art resin, but she just ordered the...
It's the Glitter Craze art resin is
Yeah.
what I used for all of these.
But she is planning on getting the counterculture to try it, to see how it's working too. But yeah, we do epoxy in the house.
Yeah.
And Angela asked if you've done any can coolers.
I haven't actually. The only thing that I'm concerned about with the can coolers, I would guess, is trying to. Well, I guess you could still get them on the football for the Turner. So.
Glorvet says you sound so far away.
Oh, I can speak up. It's probably because my
Sherry
forehead
says she loves
problems. My forehead with my eyebrows is probably in the way, so it's, you know. But I can speak up for sure, definitely. I wanted to show you guys my Deadpool cup. This is the one that we did blood spatter on with the bullet holes. It turned out pretty awesome. It does have a blue glow powder base on it.
We did,
so it
Lisa.
does
Thank you.
Glow blue. I haven't epoxied my dirt one yet because a lot of my coffee grains fell off in the travel from there to here. And then this is the one that everybody saw and lost their mind about. It is shipping out tomorrow. I would have shipped it out today, but I was too busy.
Yeah, Tina, we'll post the link on the albums thing so y'all can go back and watch that one. And we're uploading a lot of these to YouTube too, so y'all can watch those there.
So, but yeah, that was the American Woman one. Someone in the group actually was the first one.
Hi, Chrissy.
That made one of those, and I saw it in another group and actually copied it. So, yeah. My cup's still a little bit tacky. It's been raining all day today, so the humidity is super high.
Angela says she's worried about the lid for the can cooler. Sounds like that would be a good live.
Yeah, that's what I've been told, or that's what I would think is that the lid would cause problems.
It's designed on a dime Rinkin. It's all together.
Yeah.
Message us personally. We'll show you how to get to it.
Yeah, you can message me personally.
Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Cammie.
So this is my mold that I've been working on. I poured my gold first, and now I've just got to pour my black in over it.
Hello, Carrie. Sabrina said, "Could you see the dino one again?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the apron you can get on the Glitter Craze.
Yeah, this apron came from the Glitter Craze. I won it in my swag bag last year for naming the glitters, the mystery glitters that she had posted. So I won one of the swag bags that they had for last year's retreat.
Cammie said, "Thank you for the help earlier."
Oh, of course. I do a lot of helping after hours, in between hours. But yeah, I love this one. I love this cup. Ugh, I love it. It's one of my new favorites.
Is the white still tacky?
Still a little bit, but we're gonna roll with it anyways. So, I've got my Tim Holtz Pitch Black. I usually don't like the Tim Holtz, but I think the Pitch Black is new or something like that. Like, I've never heard of it before. I usually use my Pinata Black, but I can't find my bottle that I had this poured into, so we're going with the Pitch Black right now. So, I had a customer request a Tito's Vodka whiskey barrel, but with black on it. So we're going to see. I've never done a black wood grain. I've seen people do other colors, but I've never seen one done black. So we're going to see how this turns out. So I've got my Pitch Black Tim Holtz alcohol ink. Probably need a new brush because that one's got brown on it. Let me grab my chip brush. I usually come prepared, but I didn't think that alcohol ink would start coming off the brush.
It's just spray painted, yes.
Yeah, it's just spray painted white. It's very rainy here, so the humidity is high here in Georgia. So
Sabrina says she's working on a dyno one now, but didn't know how to do it with the top layer / vinyl.
as far as the peekaboo,
Yeah, it sounds like there's not actually any vinyl that really goes on. It's more of stencil vinyl,
yeah,
and
I
then you
use
just
stencil vinyl for
paint it.
mine.
You paint over it.
And I spray painted it black, which
Hi, Shannon.
you could do it in any of the colors that you really wanted to do. So I just spray paint it, you know, after I stick my stencil vinyl on. You can also, instead of stencil vinyl, you can use the removable vinyl, which is called 651.
You're
or
welcome.
I'm sorry, 631
You're
instead
welcome,
of
Stacy.
651. And that just means that it's removable. It's easier to get off.
Carrie says she did one with the slate, and it turned out pretty cool. And then
Really?
Stephanie says she's doing the same style cup, just the wood grain Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that's one of my top sellers, but this person wanted a Tito's vodka. So I said I would dress it up for them and make it black. A black wood grain, which seems to be turning out pretty cool. I don't think it was my brush. I think it was alcohol ink. It's giving it a different color look there.
Yeah, somebody just a minute ago said it has like a tint of green as a bad green tint.
Yeah.
Lisa said, so cool, I've never seen black done.
Yeah, I've never seen black done either.
You're welcome,
I've only
Sabrina.
seen like all the, like I've seen blue and purple wood grain, pink wood grain.
Virginia said I did a black wood grain for Father's Day.
See, look at all y'all. And here I am doing tutorials when everyone else has already done a black. The only thing about the chip brush is some of the little bristles come out.
It's the Tim Holtz Pitch Black Alcohol Ink.
Yep.
Lisa said
And
would
then it's
painting it gray first be better for the black. It's possible.
It could. You would probably most definitely see the gray underneath it a little bit. You know, it probably wouldn't make such a big difference between the base color and the top coat. So painting it gray, you probably definitely give it a different color to it.
Hue.
Different hue.
Cam
Or you
said
could
my
just-
issue's the knots.
Or you could just do wood grain over the silver of the cup. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, people are asking if you know how to do a knot.
I do not. I've seen people do them and they look super time consuming, and I do not know how to do one.
Lisa says, have you done a flamingo tumbler? I don't
I
know why
have.
I'm obsessed with the pink flamingos since the pandemic.
I have done a pink flamingo cup. I actually did a flamingo camping cup. That really turned out really awesome. It was teal on the bottom and then had the flamingos like drinking beer out in front of the camper. And my customer loved it.
The base spray was an acrylic. No, it was not acrylic. It was
Spray paint.
yeah.
It was a white spray paint.
I think it's just enamel.
Yeah.
White enamel spray paint.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie says she got her 5-cup turner with the drying rack. She feels like she's entering the big leagues.
Nice. I'm jealous. I want one of
Stephanie
those
said just
camping
dab the brush
turners.
over and over in the same spot on the tumbler to make knots. That's what I do.
Ooh.
Kristen said she's done several black ones. She added silver to a few. They look really cool.
I bet that is cool. I did one the other day with the metallic gold, and it turned out really, really cool looking. It's here somewhere. It's over there.
Sandy said your eyebrows are making mine hurt.
Yeah, y'all don't laugh about my eyebrows, okay? Like, I'm butthurt over it. I'm really not, but
No,
They
she's so
hurt.
excited.
they hurt pretty bad. It was definitely, I feel like, the way that they look now, I think it's totally going to be worth the money that I spent on getting them done. And now I know exactly how it feels. Like, I have a tattoo on my ribs, you know, and the burning that it felt, you know, and not being able to do any facial expressions with your eyebrows, it's just totally killing me because all my facial expressions include my eyebrows. So.
Microblade. Yep, Stephanie.
Yep.
Lisa says she loves them.
Thanks,
Stephanie
Lisa.
said they look awesome. That's a different Lisa, actually. Lisa McGee Olsen.
Thank you. I can't wait for them to lighten up and get done.
Bridget says she had hers
scallions.
done. They're worth every penny.
Yes, she said that you wouldn't have to really do. I mean, she said you can come back and do touch-ups for like a fraction of the price. I think she said like $60 or $80.
Yeah, we just use a matte spray paint, Kaylee, whenever we spray them. Absolutely. Hey, Lolita. Teresa said flat burnished amber under a regular wood grain looks awesome.
Ooh.
You have pretty much missed Heather breaking down what microblading was because she got her eyebrows done, and the different things that she's been working on. She did a motherhood cup, as well as her working on this one, which is a barrel, the football tumbler, spray painted white. Now she's putting black alcohol ink on it because she's doing a Tito's vodka cup, and she figured she'd give him some extra flair with a black wood grain. It was actually one of my friends that my brother went to school with that ordered this cup. Allison said, "Stay out of the sun while you're healing."
Really?
Yeah, she said her mom got them done, and they look amazing. Stay out of the sun while you're healing. Hi, Allison.
That's what they say about tattoos too. To stay out of the sun while they're healing.
We'll show you guys the projects again, that way you can see them. So she did the motherhood cup. That was the main thing.
Yeah, that's my favorite cup so far. I absolutely love it. I did it with the neon colors. I'm a very bright person, and I love all bright colors. So
You're welcome, Lolita.
I was super excited.
Susanna says she
for
has
that
her
one.
eyeliner done. Worth every penny.
Yes, I want to get my eyeliner done, but I want to get like top eyeliner done. Can you do that?
Permanent cat eye.
No, not cat eye. Just
Oh, her eyebrows. You want to see her eyebrows again?
oh. I've got a 5 head right now because they're just like really swollen.
She just had them done probably 4 hours ago. It seems like 4 or 5 hours ago.
Yeah, and then my son headbutted me in this one, so it's like really throbbing, and it's probably a lot more swollen than the other one. My son likes to keep things interesting in my life. So I'm just doing the bottom. I figured after we got done alcohol ink in this cup and doing this wood grain look on it, that we could play with some molds and some dry flowers.
Stephanie said her sister had hers done twice. The first time lasted 2 years.
Ooh. Yeah, and she also said that she did like a medium color on me because
Hi,
my
Sabrina.
hair is so light. So I'm hoping they won't be. I know they won't be as dark as they look now because even with tattoos, they.
Yeah, Allison said the ink is going to kind of disappear and then it comes back in a few days, so don't get freaked out.
Oh, I would have freaked out. So thank you for telling me that. I would have been so upset. So it definitely looks interesting, this cup. I'm not sure that I like the way that Tim Holtz looks on there, but it does give it an intriguing color.
Hey, Kaylee. Better late than never.
Indeed.
Leslie said you only do one layer. Also, random thought. Why are alcohol inks sold in just small quantities? We need the economy size ones. Hey, Linda.
So I get the big ones. I usually use Pinata, and I got that one off of Amazon. The only reason I'm not using that one is because I can't find the bottle that I have it poured into. So I'm using the Tim Holtz, which honestly has a weird like color to it. You'll see when I'm brushing it away, it has like a purple look almost.
Yeah, Stephanie said the second time she had it done was a touch-up, so it was cheaper.
Oh yeah.
Sherry said, I don't know about eyebrows, but when I had my eyeliner done, cold tea bags helped.
Ooh.
Just soak them in ice water. Yes, it is black alcohol ink on a white base that has been spray painted. It does look really cool, doesn't it? This is all black ink, absolutely. It's all one color of black alcohol ink. so far. I don't know if she's planning on doing anything else to it. But.
No, I'm just going over some of the spots that look a little bit lighter than the rest, that look like they have not so good coverage.
Lisa said she had hers done about 3 years ago in a light brown. They faded to a red. I need to go and get them touched up again.
Yeah,
Stephanie says I use Bria Reese inks.
Yeah, Bria Reese.
They do awesome wood grain.
Yeah, I like my Pinata black. It's a
The
lot
Tito's
more...
vodka labels what's going on it.
Yep.
Hey, Robin.
Tito's vodka. I mean, everybody can't be a Jack Daniel's drinker, I guess. There was a gentleman that in the group that made one. That was a Maker's Mark. Marker's Make?
Maker's Mark, yeah.
Okay.
That's what Mr. Bill drinks.
No, I thought he drank.
He does drink Crown, and he had a bottle of Maker's Mark the other day.
Maker's Mark and ginger.
It will be vinyl. It won't be water slide.
Yeah, it'll be vinyl since it's so dark.
You could water slide over this.
You could with a white water slide, or you can turn a clear water slide into a white water slide.
Would you recommend sealing it or doing a coat of epoxy first?
So usually I don't seal them. However, I had one the other day that kind of went wonky on me, and so I had to strip them. So I did another one and did the Facet on it, and I didn't have that problem anymore with it. So you probably, I mean, I like doing it all in one step to save coats of epoxy. I spray sealed, like I spritzed matte clear on it to give it just a little,
Yeah, it looks really cool.
a little sealing, I guess you could say. So there's that. I'm gonna let it seal or dry, I guess. It does look pretty wicked.
Shannon said Tito's. I know the person that owns Tito's vodka.
Ooh,
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Allison said I played with water slide today. It was a failure. Tomorrow's day 2. Check out Heather's water slide tutorial. She has tips that help as far as how to deal with water slides, and we're more than happy to go over them again if that would help you. Or you can message us directly and we'll go over it with you. But we can tag the link of the water slide tutorial. Got my laser printed today. I was so excited to print out a water slide, then realized I didn't have laser water slide, only inkjet. Uh-oh. Sorry, Chrissy. That kind of stinks.
Yeah, I ordered mine at the same time because I actually thought about that and realized that there was different water slide paper for a laser and a inkjet. So I ordered mine together, but it took me like 2 weeks to get mine out the box and set it up.
Virginia said I sealed the black because it all blended together when I tried it the first time. I was confused because I'd never sealed before. How long do you let the alcohol dry?
I usually let mine dry overnight, but I do like spritzing the matte clear over it, just, you know, little hits of it just to dust it, very lightly dust it.
Kristen says, I think the best black alcohol ink is Mirabu Black Alcohol Ink. It's my new favorite.
I do have some of the Marabu alcohol inks. I have not used any of them yet. I have one that's called Rainbow, and it's like a white color, and it looks pretty cool in the bottle, but I haven't used it yet. So.
Sherry said, is it possible to get a whitewashed wood grain? And what colors would you use?
Whitewashed wood grain. I would probably paint my base a different color, and then do the white over the top of it.
Leslie said, random cupping question. If you sand a cup and then wash it, can you apply vinyl then epoxy, or do you have to epoxy and then vinyl then epoxy again?
It depends. So if you're
You're welcome, Allison.
doing with glitter, you definitely need to epoxy first. Another key thing that everybody needs to know is that if you sand your cup and you use clear water slide, you have to do a layer of epoxy before you put down your clear water slide. And the reason for that is the scratches, the epoxy will smooth out and get rid of any of the scratches. However, if you do it underneath a water slide, that epoxy can't get to underneath that water slide, so you will see the scratches through the clear water slide. But if you're doing like a wood grain or something like that, I've spritzed mine with like my Jack Daniel's wood grains. I've just spritzed it with a matte clear and stuck my vinyl straight on it. So you can do that too. That's what I like to do to try and save on layers of epoxy.
Sabrina, I hope your question got answered. Kimberly, I want to do a full sheet water slide, but too nervous. I know I just need to jump into it and do it and not think about it so much. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not as difficult as it looks, especially if you're going to seal your water slides with Plasti Dip. Plasti Dip is a huge game changer. It adds a plastic-like texture to it, and it makes it to where it's more durable. It doesn't crack, it doesn't leak or anything like that. Now I do spray the Plasti Dip in between layers of matte clear, but I do very heavy coats of it. So I make sure that I can see that it's wet, and I make sure, you know, that it's visibly on, I can see it on there until it clears. You do not want to use Plasti Dip as your final coat, and the reason for that is that it's glossy, so it will repel epoxy. So, you know, if you put your water slide on your cup with the Plasti Dip as your final layer, the epoxy will pull away from it because it's not a rough enough texture for it to actually stick to.
Linda says, I've never seen you in glasses. You look so cute.
Thanks. I always have some type of corrective lenses.
You're welcome, Leslie. You're welcome, Lisa.
I have like the most terrible vision you could ever imagine. They don't even know if they could do LASIK eye surgery because of how strong my prescription is. And I also have astigmatism, so I've worn glasses almost my whole life. But I mainly wear them at night, but I figured it would take away from how huge my eyebrows were. So that was my plan behind this. I don't wear glasses really in front of anybody.
If you're applying water slide to a prepped cup that has been painted, does it have to be epoxied first, or can the water slide apply right? Yeah, you can apply it directly to the painted cup.
You can apply it directly to the spray painted cup. I've done that several times. It doesn't pose a problem at all.
And Cody, it's one coat of matte clear spray paint, one coat of Plasti Dip, and then one coat of matte clear spray paint.
And then if you're turning it from a clear water slide into a white water slide, you want to make sure that your image is mirrored, which means it's printed backwards. And then you want to do your last layer as a matte white spray paint. So you turn the clear water slide into a white water slide. And the reason I do that as opposed to buying white water slide is I've used white water slides before, and they are still very transparent, meaning that I can see the color or the color transition. So I had a cup that was yellow on top, blue on bottom, and I could see the color difference between the two on a white water slide. If I would have spray painted it white, it would have gave it a stronger background, and it wouldn't have been as transparent to see the color difference between the top and bottom.
Shannon said, I did a dumb thing tonight. Prepped my tumbler for a tattoo. Put my glow powder on and epoxy, then realized the cup was navy. Now I have to start all over.
Yeah, I don't think your tattoo cup is going to show up well on a navy blue. It might. I mean, it's black with navy blue, but I do know that if you mix your glow powder in with your epoxy, the epoxy color,
yes, Kimberly,
color
absolutely
change. It makes it look like white, I guess. It's not clear anymore. Your epoxy isn't clear anymore, so it does give you a little bit of a color change, especially if you're doing it over a dark color.
Cynthia says you look cute in glasses. Leslie says Lois Lane vibes.
Ooh.
Allison says my problem was bubbles. How do I avoid them?
To get rid of bubbles, if you're
Where's
doing
your
it on
little
a cup,
silicone? Your little silicone brush. Are you talking about in epoxy or over in water slides? Allison, I think she's on the topic of water slides still. Yeah, if you're trying to get bubbles and stuff out,
Then
she
I
uses
have a
a
little
paper towel
silicone.
or.
And I have a silicone brush that I use too, and it's just got like this little rubber end, and you just slide it over it to get all the bubbles out. You can also use a paper towel if you're doing a full cup wrap. I have noticed that if you do a full cup wrap, it is best to do it with a white water slide as opposed to a clear water slide. I was originally doing them all in clear water slides, and I realized that with the white background on the water slide, it didn't create a space between the cup. Like the bubbles created an air pocket, And so you can see a color difference where your clear water slide isn't touching the cup itself. So the air bubbles you would be able to see after epoxy. If you have a white water slide, it comes with a white background, so there is no space between the white background and your water slide. It's directly on the back of your water slide.
Laura Lee, we use Silhouette. Have you done a tutorial on the gold foil by chance?
I have not.
We do have a sublimation printer, Carrie.
The foil flakes, I do have foil flakes, but I've seen people using a foil pin. I don't have one of those, but I've looked at those very hard in anticipation of wanting to get one and use it. But the foil flakes I do have. I just haven't really used them much. I know for a marble they would, they look really good when you just put little lines of them on your cup, on a marble cup and some other types of cups, especially like for something like this. I've seen a lot of people do like the foil right here down the hard line. I did not make this cup. I buy all my personal cups from people who are just starting out. So a lot of my cups that you see me use in my lives, besides my rhinestone cup, is a cup that I bought from a cup maker who is just now getting started with making cups. It's probably one of their very first ones. So most of the cups I used aren't ones that I've made. But I have seen a lot of people do the transition between, like if you're doing like a half glitter, half printed vinyl, using those foil flakes in between as a transition creates a very nice breakup point where you break up the colors. So
Chrissy says she loves that you do that. You're welcome, Allison. Foil flakes are easy to use, really pulls the cup together when transitioning. So people are asking, tell me the best way to use glow powder. Do I apply before or after a water slide? Before, yeah.
You definitely want to apply your glow powder mixed with your epoxy on your cup before your water slide. If you do it after your water slide, then you'll see it'll be hazy over the top of it because the glow powder, when mixed in with epoxy, is not completely transparent. There is a color difference to it, especially if you're using the white to green. That one has a little bit more of a green tint to it, but you definitely want to do it underneath all of your water slides, like I did with this one. I did this, all of these water slides were clear water slides, and I did it on top of the glow powder. I did 2 layers of the glow powder mixed with epoxy so that I made sure I had good coverage of the glow. You can also charge it in the light, before you do your second layer to make sure that there's not that it's solid enough, or you can charge it with the light and make sure that it's a good enough saturation of the glow in the dark powder all over your cup before you actually start sticking your water slides on top of it.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome, Robin. You're welcome, Heather. Awesome.
Yeah, so
I think I'm caught up for the most part. Lisa said she likes to lay in the recliner in the bed and watch them on TV, so you can find them on YouTube now.
Yes.
And I have to watch them on your phone or tablet. Or she said Tabler.
Heather. So, I got the tray molds in today. These are the ones that are found on the Glitter Trade site.
Epoxy bubbles, take a torch to it.
Yes. Epoxy bubbles, take a torch to it unless you are using a mold. And then spritz it with 91% alcohol. It probably doesn't have to be 90%.
She started out using alcohol, and it worked fine.
Yeah.
So you could spritz it with alcohol, but the torch definitely seems to knock it out.
Yeah, the torch knocks it out very well on the cups. I love my torch. I even have a little baby one that I use for like little baby molds. Like straw topper molds.
You're welcome,
like
Tracy.
that really
That's what she's here for.
use it for.
I'll move this.
So I'm going to mix up some epoxy. I'm going to use the art resin.
That would actually be pretty cool, Lisa. She said, Lisa McGee Olson says, I've seen your Harry Potter fabric tumbler tutorial. Have you done just one side of fabric and the other side something else? Just curious. I had a vision last night, but not confident about my vision. I would imagine you could.
Yes.
I would just try to maybe vinyl the transition, or
You can also, so my favorite thing when I do like a half glitter, half printed vinyl, or anything that's half and half, I like to use the holographic vinyl as a transition point, because it makes a very nice little.
Leslie, you should only have to torch like once you put the epoxy on.
Yeah.
Like once you got your coat ready, then you
yeah.
torch it and it should be done. You shouldn't have to do it after that unless you just see a bubble, then just attack it. But otherwise, it shouldn't be like you come back every hour or something like that.
You can come back after. And so another huge thing is
You're welcome,
that your epoxy, when you have parts A and B, it creates a chemical
Hey, Tara.
reaction that creates a lot of heat. So the heat from your epoxy, doing its chemical thing will, you'll notice that it gets really warm and a lot of your bubbles will pop that way as well. But I like to make sure that I get all of my bubbles popped with my torch. I love my torch. And it also does that while it's in the mold too.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Lisa. You're welcome, because I can't talk.
You're welcome. So I got these dried.
We sometimes get right up on the cup with the torch, Sherry. I mean, it just depends.
Just don't do it so hard that it smokes.
Yeah. If you start seeing smoke, back away.
Yeah. I've done that before. Can't say I haven't. So.
Yeah, we don't use faux Rizzle. We had a bad experience with it.
Yeah, I do have some sitting over there. The only reason it's sitting over there is because I got it on the Black Friday sale. And it makes
She's using the Glitter Craze art resin though, to answer your question.
Terrible fish eyes. So I use it. It's sitting over there. I plan on using it for my bigger molds, like my Sugar Daddy mold that's down here. It's a huge tray mold that I'm going to do. And I think it's going to look fantastic. I've got all my beach stuff. I just haven't had the nerve to do it yet. I'm getting a souffle cup.
Lisa said I just bought some dried flowers today, so she's excited to see what you're about to do.
Yes. That is not what I wanted. I want one of my cups. It's going to give me a hard time. So I got these souffle cups specifically for mixing big batches of epoxy.
Teresa said can't say thank you enough for the full vinyl wrap tutorial. I've been going crazy with them, and my customers love them.
Yeah.
We're glad we can help you guys make money. That's the name of the game.
Yep.
Thumbs up, Sherry. I agree. Lisa says I hate fish emoji eye emoji apostrophe S. They're the devil emoji.
Yes, fish eyes are the devil. Fish eyes come from several different things, and it's very hard to pinpoint which thing it actually comes from, or which one is your problem. Too much heat can be one, not enough epoxy can be another. Oils from your hands can be another. A bad batch of epoxy can be another, but that's usually not the case. It's usually, it's almost always, oils from your hands or too much heat.
Two questions. Is there a difference between Glitter Craze art resin and CC DIY art resin?
I mean, they're the same type thing. They both have the UV in it too, so it can be used as a top layer with Facet. The Glitter Craze art resin it's a lot thinner of a viscosity, meaning that it's not as thick as some of the other ones that you might find.
And Carrie said, have you figured out how to use the money from the Growth Hero thing?
No, I have not. I have no idea how to use that yet. I think after it reaches a certain amount, it'll let you cash out to your PayPal or something like that, but then again, I'm not really sure. So I mixed 60 milliliters.
Shannon, what have you heard conflicting info about? Sorry, I want to make sure I understand.
Yes, tell me what you have heard conflicting info about.
Can use the Facet on white for the first couple of layers and finish with a UV.
Yes, that is correct. So the UV is what they're talking about is not the one that you have to set with a UV light, which is the little blue fingernail lamp. That's not the same what they're talking about. So the art resin actually has a UV in it to keep it from yellowing or ambering over time. And the Facet, as of right now, the Glitter Craze Facet does not have a UV protectant in it. So if you do not use something like the Glitter Craze art resin as the top layer, then it will yellow on lighter cups that are, you know, white and blue and things like that. So they do recommend that you use a epoxy that has a UV protectant in it.
Epoxy for dummies. Is thinner better? I'm still really new. Is Facet a real game changer? Absolutely, it's a real game changer.
Facet is a huge game changer.
Hi, Hanny.
I have been able to do a cup within like 2 or 3 days.
Ones that take several steps. A lot of the cups that she does take several steps.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys. Like the Deadpool cup. Like this one takes several steps because you have the glow powders, then you have to apply the water slides, then you have to apply the paint, and let all of that dry so that it doesn't come off on one another. Same thing with this one. That's got 2 different layers of glitter. It's got the fine glitter and the chunky glitter down at the bottom. That is the water slide. I think you even have vinyl on the other side, right?
That's
a water slide also.
Actually a water slide too.
Yeah, and this is for. Apparently, there's symbolism behind that. This one is that's the tape, right?
Yeah, I did that with double-sided tape.
And then she's got this one, which, you know, is obviously going to be multiple steps too. But she uses the epoxy method for her vinyl. I mean, for the fine glitter there, and that has to dry. And then the motherhood cup, which that one takes multiple steps.
Multiple steps.
And plus, that's a lot of different fine color glitters.
Yeah.
And then the one that she's working on now, which is the Tito's vodka one. And all of these take multiple steps, but she's been able to complete a lot of these in just a couple of days with the
this one
Facet.
I completed in 2 days.
With the Facet. And that's the biggest difference between a white water slide and a clear water slide, is that you can see the vinyl through the clear, if you're not familiar.
Yeah, you can see the glitter through the clear. I did put the glitter on top though, so that was a clear water slide. Okay. So I got all my epoxy. So this is a thinner viscosity of epoxy. You can see it just kind of, you could see it dripping off of it. Some of the thicker ones,
Lanisha, she said
it does thicken up over time as well.
She said you're mixing so fast, I had to go slow for bubbles.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm super impatient, so
You're welcome, Shannon.
like I said, the chemical reaction between the part A and the part B
Thanks, Lisa.
does create a lot of heat. So I'm not, I mean, it gets rid of a lot of the bubbles.
You're welcome,
with
Sherry.
the chemical reaction.
She said, thank you so much. I've been trying to get someone to answer that question forever. Been emailing Glitter Craze for 2 weeks. Thank you so much. Question about UV.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a super, yeah.
Ask away.
If you ever have anybody have questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can ask some of the people that do message me from time to time. I respond relatively quickly. I was a bit slower today while I was underneath the eyebrow tattoo needle, but 9 times out of 10, I respond very quickly, and I'm able to answer not all the questions, but quite a few, and I'm always willing to help the best that I can. I always tell everybody, if you see me on here, send me a friend's request, so that you can get notifications for my lives if you want to be friends with me. And you can also send me messages. So if we're not friends on Facebook, the messages go to like an others folder, and I have to try and search them, like hunt them down as to where they are. Because it sends it to an other folder, and then there's also a spam folder inside of your Facebook.
Jennifer, you can message us directly, and we'll get you a link on where to order the products. We're more than happy to help you with any questions that you have, so do not hesitate to message us. Lisa said, so back to the fine and chunky glitters. She does them at different times.
So I didn't do that one at different times. That was actually a problem cup. The one that he showed you with the
Butterfly.
with the butterfly on it.
Pause. Amber, the alcohol ink used on the black wood grain was the Tim Holtz pitch black. Go ahead.
What was I saying?
Fine and chunky.
Oh, so the only reason that one was done at separate times is I went back and added a chunky over, I guess.
Hey,
And
Teresa.
there was too
Hey,
much
Valerie.
epoxy, and I let it spin overnight, and the chunky
You're welcome.
glitter moved up the cup over the white. So I actually had to do a quick fix on that one, which was, you guys are gonna laugh at this because I didn't know how to fix it at first, and then I sat there and I stared at the cup. So with this cup is what I'm talking about. So the glitter down here actually moved up because on my second layer I went over and I put it a little bit higher, and there was too much epoxy on the cup, so it, like, the glitter that was right here moved all along my cup across the top, and it looked like a super cool zigzag type thing going on, but that wasn't what was asked of me. So I let the epoxy finish curing, and then I covered up the bottom of my cup with what is it, press and seal. I covered it up with press and seal, and I took it outside and I spray painted the top part of it white again. And then I went back over it with the angel wings, which is the top layer of the white. So that's how I fixed that one. I can usually come up with some pretty good ideas. I'm sometimes a really good MacGyver. And
So I'm going to try to get caught up on the questions. Charlene said KS liquidy split is good, or even the regular liquid art. Vicky said, I just got the Facet, so you can use the Facet on all coats except the last coat. As of right now, yes. Until the Facet UV from Glitter Craze comes in.
UV Facet that is in the works right now and should
Thank
be
you, Hanny.
getting released hopefully soon. And the UV Facet will be able to be used as the top layer.
I'm sure you could use fresh flowers for the tray instead of dry.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
sure
can-
that wouldn't be a problem at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know how the colors would react, if they would affect it at all,
Yeah.
with it being fresh.
You can also, I've read of people doing
Where'd you get your flowers?
Amazon. I got this huge pack of all of these, like, it was a whole big bag. Like, there's even more in here, but some of them are a little too big for this little shallow mold. But yeah, there's all kinds
Sherry
of...
said you're going to get all her questions now. You're a big help.
And I like to help. I really do. I'm always happy to help. I've been on
You're fine, Amber.
voice calls with everybody, FaceTime videos, and everything else with people asking questions. I like helping, so, and it makes me feel good about myself when I can help other people, because when I first started out, a lot of people didn't want to answer my questions because they thought that I was trying to steal their business, like their cup business. They thought I was trying to steal their
Hey,
customers.
Adrian.
I would order cups from them. So a lot of people didn't want to answer questions for me.
Glorvet said, you said for American Cup you did glitter over, so do you prefer to do glitter over or under when it comes to those dial cups where glitter is peekabooing like that, looking almost rock-like for geodes? She didn't say for geodes, but I'm assuming that's what she's talking about. They're almost looking rock-like.
Like this. I do glitter under the spray paint for this.
It would just, the only time she would put glitter over it is if you wanted that extra little pop.
Yeah, so this has glitter, like, it has a mixed glitter in with it for the top coat because the white was just white spray paint, but underneath it has a mix of, like, 4th of July colors and things like that on it. So,
Valerie said, I gotta get me one of those aprons.
yes, I like it. It helps me a lot with the alcohol inks so that I don't get my clothes all dirty.
Yep,
and
you
stuff.
can put them in a tray, Shannon.
Yep. So this is one of them. I think this is the small tray mold.
Lisa said, "Why didn't you suggest that to me for my Chick-fil-A cup last night?"
Well, because you didn't like the color white that was at the top. I mean, and the red. And then you said you didn't like the red. Don't start with me, Lisa. So I'm just pouring the epoxy on top of my little flowers.
Heather is awesome about answering questions. She does a really good job at it. Shannon said, "Thank you for offering. I feel like those of us that are new need a mentor type. That is so awesome."
Yes, I actually signed up for a mentor.
Yep, all of those dried flowers were in one purchase on Amazon.
Yes, it was all one purchase. I can send you guys a link if you would very so like.
Thank you, guys. Carrie says, "You guys are always so helpful. That's why we love you. Both of you are wonderful help." That 4th of July cup, how did you do the colors around the glitter?
So that is actually, I gotta mix more epoxy. That cup, I did the silver, red, and blue glitter underneath it. And then after I got it, epoxied it until it was smooth, I spray painted stripes of red and blue underneath the top layer of white. So when I actually took acetone and rubbed the spray paint off, it left some of the red and blue underneath it, which was in stripes. I just sprayed it in swirls across the cup. At least that's how I feel like the original creator did to it anyways. I wasn't the original creator of that cup. So someone else made it and I saw it and I tried to duplicate it. Which is what I'm best at, is duplicating ideas.
You're welcome, Kate. You're welcome, my lady. That's actually her name.
Ooh.
I'm not flirting. Hi, you're welcome, Shannon. And Kayla said, "Yeah, Heather's seriously amazing. Only lives I watch, especially after her magical water slide hack."
Yes. I helped, I even helped some people in another group with the water slides because I felt so bad because this girl was trying to do this cup for her dad's or her husband's Father's Day or something like that. And I felt so bad because she was literally like in tears asking for help. And so I reached out to her and I sent her to this group so that she could watch my tutorial. And she even messaged me back and told me thank you, and even sent me a picture of her cup with the completed water slide that didn't crack. Like, it was terrible. Like, it cracked really bad, and I felt so bad for her. Yes, I am stirring the crap out of my epoxy. And yes, I have black alcohol ink on my thumb.
Lanisha says, "Me too. I have to see it. Not creative enough to come up with it myself." Talking about the American cup. Like you saw it and wanted to duplicate it. Karen says, "Okay, I'm new here. Got to go check out her water slide hack. Please do. Let us know what you think."
Yes.
And the lady says, "Sorry, it happens a lot." Yeah, I can only imagine how that comes up in conversation. Yeah, there's this girl named Milady on Facebook.
No, what's her name? My lady.
Milady. That's seriously her name. Her name is Milady. Milady.
So yeah, I'm just covering these flowers in epoxy.
Chrissy had to, "I'm not flirting." 3 exclamation points.
I swear I'm not flirting.
You're rocking 10%. I think I'm gonna.
I put a battery pack back there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I went out to the car and even got it before the live.
Nice. Well, it wasn't plugged up yet, so. Hold on, guys. I might get shaky for a second. Hi, Bianca.
Then hello, Bianca. It's gonna take even more epoxy than that.
Bianca says, "Of course I'm late." My lady says, "You have no idea." I said, "I can only imagine."
Yeah. I would totally rock it though. But yeah, so that's 90 milliliters, and this is the small rectangle tray mold that Glitter Crate sells. So we're gonna mix some more epoxy.
And what I have seen somebody do with these molds and I don't know if it's something that she's interested in trying to do, but is drilling holes into it to actually put handles into it so it can be
Yeah.
a serving tray.
Yeah, that's she also has like it's like a little golden thing that it sits down into.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bianca says, where do you buy your dried flowers? Amazon.
Amazon. They're pretty cheap too. Like they weren't as expensive for as many bags of flowers I got. I've also heard of people drying theirs with the silica beads that you get in like your shoes and stuff.
Lisa said, what are you going to use that for? And Chrissy says she has her Siri set to a British accent so that when she asks him questions, and she's actually in her phone as Your Majesty. I love asking him questions that he responds by name. Teresa said, how was your little getaway?
It was nice, actually.
Y'all missed some of the funniest videos of our son going on the little cart for the luggage. It was adorable.
Yeah, it's on our
If you're friends with us, you saw it. If not, add us. We don't care. I love seeing you work.
I accept everybody's friends requests. I do that so people can get notifications for my live videos. Because it'll send you a notification when I go live. If we aren't friends, I don't know any other way of how you can get a notification when I go live. But I don't have anything to hide on my page, and I honestly am not really on like the real Facebook. I'm honestly like just on my groups. Mostly this one to answer questions and look at everybody else's art that they do with their cups and such. So
yeah,
I
Lisa,
don't really look at anybody's Facebook.
Did you hear Lisa say what are you going to use that for? The tray?
I'm not really sure yet. It'll probably be like a centerpiece or something like that.
Milady says, I love to see you work. You make everything look so easy. Thanks for the tip. This tray is a great idea when you save some flowers that people have given you over time. A memory tray of flowers. Very pretty.
Yes.
Very
I've
very
seen
thoughtful.
people do that too. Like a memory tray or like from flowers from their wedding and things like that. Which is like a super pretty idea.
Summer said, back again. Mommy duty's called.
Ooh,
What are you using the fuck off thing I seen in the beginning of the video? That's going to be another mold.
Yes, that is another mold. Yeah. That's my fuck off mold. I got it from the Glitter Craze, and I'm actually going to fill it in with black. So I'm going to put black glitter on top of the gold, so you'll just be able to see the black wear around the letters. So I'm super excited for that one. I just haven't been able to do it yet.
I was just looking for dried flowers last night on Amazon, said Michelle. Bianca says, oh, I'll order some. Lisa said, oh, and you can hang it above the kitchen sink if you have a window like stained glass. That would be pretty.
Yes, that would be pretty.
I tried to send a friend's request, but it won't let me add you due to settings you have on your profile. She'll look at it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, send me a private
Thank you,
message
Teresa.
and I'll go looking for it, and I'll see if I can change my settings, my privacy settings.
Teresa says, you'll have some adorable kids. Chrissy says, my lady says, I'm laughing so hard how you say it. Talk about me. And Bianca says, you stir like me.
Yes.
Gloravette says she wants that mold. The fuck off mold.
Yes, it is one of my faves. I think I'm gonna sell the little things just for like $10. You know, like the mold itself, like not the mold, but like the blank, I guess, that it pops out of it, the epoxy part. I think I'm just gonna sell it for like $10.
Carol
If I
says
sell
I'm not.
two of them, then it'll pay for my own mold. So.
Carol says I'm not good with more than one color molds. It doesn't work for me. Maybe
Really?
we can do a live on that. Well, you can see this is pretty much just where she's done
The
the
gold.
epoxy mixed in with the gold glitter. And literally all she does now is she just pours
The black.
black
mixed in.
epoxy mixed, or the black glitter mixed in the epoxy over this. And it adheres to it pretty well. She hasn't had any issues with it doing it that way.
And that's how I do some of my straw toppers. Like, I don't have any right here. Like, this is my hemp leaf earring. Let me show you that. I did the black, and then I popped it out, and it made a little hole for the leaf itself, and so I filled it in with epoxy mixed with green glitter. Okay. be, let's see,
Math.
so 160 milliliters.
Have you used the color Hollywood or Slimy Line, wondering if they will lose its sparkle under epoxy?
I haven't used Hollywood yet, I don't think.
Slimy Line.
I don't think I have.
Lime. Sorry, not line. I don't know these colors, ladies. So if y'all say a color, like I'm literally going to read whatever you type. And if it's a typo, I'm really sorry. Because I'm probably going to look like a newbie. But
Yeah,
but she knows the colors. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm a big supporter.
She has all of them.
Almost all of them. I don't think I have that color though that you're referring to. Slimy line.
Allison said, I completed my first full clear water slide over a chunky opal base the other day. Plasti Dip is fabulous. The cup is beautiful but busy. Now I don't know what to do to finish it off.
Send me a picture of it. Let's brainstorm on it together. Okay. So, I think I'm going to let this be good for a little bit. I'll probably let this set up and then I'll probably go back in and mix like some glitter underneath all of this for my second layer of epoxy to finish it off and fill it in the rest of the way. Because you can see it's not filled all the way. So I'll probably do some glitter mixed in with the epoxy for the next layer. So it looks like the flowers, or maybe even like a watercolor. So maybe it looks like the flowers are floating on top of the water. But I don't want to do it until this layer sets because it will mix all together and it won't look right. So I'll let that finish setting up.
Lisa said, supporter? More like investor. You need stock in glitter craze.
Yes, I do.
Bianca, I'm going to be doing the video on the cup turner sooner rather than later because I talked to you guys about doing it one Sunday and our timing has been terrible.
Yeah, we've gone out of town every weekend for the past 3 weekends. So we've been kind of on a staycation every weekend. But this weekend, since I've got my eyebrow situation, we can't go to Summer Waves. So we'll have to hang out around the house and do laundry and fun chores and go live with everybody to make light of the situation.
So I'll probably try to knock out the cup turner live for you guys maybe this weekend. If I just gotta see if we can get motors in quick enough.
Yeah, I probably can through Amazon.
I'll order a couple motors and I'll probably, honestly, we'll have it set up with something. We'll come up with a clever idea to do a giveaway and I'll just give it away to one of y'all. Because she doesn't need any more.
Yeah,
we'll just mail it to you. Have you done a video on the little molds that have lines that need to be filled in? I have tons of those and no idea how to do them.
I did it with this one, which didn't go as great for my second layer because I got impatient and used too much epoxy on it. And then I have this one. I think I actually did this one on the live.
Bianca, she had her eyebrows microbladed.
Yes, I did, and they hurt. So don't
Hi,
laugh
Vicky.
at me. And I said that y'all wouldn't laugh at me, so I came live anyways, even after my brow disaster. So, yeah. But yeah, we're all done.
Because we're not actually going to put the Tito's thing on this evening because we have to let the...
So now I'm going to let it dry overnight, and then I'll probably go back over it maybe with... I'll probably use the matte clear on it, but it's so rainy outside that nothing is drying right now.
Alright, so I guess my question before we get ready to hop off, and my eyebrows weren't microbladed today, so I don't have the issue that Heather has. When I do the cup turner live, depending on the number of motors that we end up getting in, do y'all want to see me do just one, like just enough for one turner, or do you want to see me do multiples where it's maybe 3, 4, 5, 6? Because like I said, I built these ones for Heather that she has here, and there's 2 different 6 cup turners, and I could have done them all at the same to do one big 12 cup turner, but I just wanted to ask you guys so that way I can know exactly what you're looking for. You both are just awesome. Thanks, Lisa. Lisa said, "Ooh, I'll just save you shipping and come pick it up."
There you go.
Healing eyebrows is such an awkward scabby phase. I might not be able to fill them in when the scabs peel. Is lovely. Oh, they look good. I have extra motors, but hubby hasn't had the time to build me more. Multiple. Okay, multiple. Got it. I'll probably do like a 4-cup turner. That way it's.
That is going to be insane, though.
What do you think then? 3?
Maybe like 2. I think just seeing how you would wire them up in the back would,
Yeah.
know, with 2 different ones as opposed to, I would think that 2 would be the same as 4.
Multiples. Who makes just 1 cup? Good point, ladies. Multiple, please and thank you. Multiple. I would say at least 2 so we can know how to add it. I'll do 2, and I'll give you guys the concept of how it works, because just being able to wrap your head around it is the main thing. I'd like to see multiple, at least 2, so we can get how to put them together. Do 2. I agree. I only have 1 turner and it's not enough. Yeah, that was a problem that Heather ran into, is that whenever she first started, she had a lot of orders and had 1 turner.
And I started really around Christmas time. Yeah.
Yeah, that may be what we do, guys. And actually, if you're doing a giveaway, whoever wins it, they just have to pay for shipping.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, too. Yeah.
All right, so I guess just message her directly and let's just see how many of you guys want to see me do, because I can do 3. That way it'll actually show you exactly how I do it. Chrissy said, "Wait, you're doing this Sunday? I have to call out sick. I better start coughing. Let me make sure I can get the motors in first."
Yeah, let's see.
If I can get the motors in first, I have all the wire that I need, and I'll go ahead and get you guys a supply list between now and Sunday if I can get the motors. If I'm gonna be able to get those in.
Does that mean that since you're buying wood for this project, that you can build my shelf to go behind my heat press
Absolutely.
and my laser printer? Cool.
I can do that. I would want one. And I honestly, like, if that would help you guys, me making them for you and y'all just paying for, obviously, you have to pay for the supplies. I would have to end up charging for some of my labor, and then shipping. How much would you charge for shipping? It just depends on how much it is. It depends on how big of a turner we do. I can show my husband your video. He can make me one. Yeah, that's kind of the game plan behind a lot of these, Lori, is that I'm going to be doing it, and then it's going to be like, "Hey, hubby,
watch this video and make me one.
Do what he does." 2 will be a good video to show. Have my boyfriend make me one. Yep. We're going to do the shipping through Pirate Ship. That's where we do all of our shipping.
Yep.
Alita says 3. The one I just bought was a 6-cup and was 24 shipped. It was a 6-cup turner. It was $24 just to ship it, or $24 for the whole thing? That's what I'd be interested to hear. Hope I remember next week for that, because this week is going to be a long, and I know I'll forget. You don't work for free? How rude. I know, right? I just dropped $250 on a 6-cup turner. That's what I was about to say, because just to make the ones that I have here, which it wasn't like the highest quality wood, obviously it's going to hold up for her for however long she needs it, but it's not the prettiest, right? So like the way that these are set up, it's not the prettiest wood. Shut up. It's not the prettiest setup. It's not as fancy as you'll see some of the other ones, but it works. It definitely works. Pirate Ship is the cheapest way to ship if you haven't shipped. They're not sponsoring us. Let's just clarify that.
No.
But they're the quickest. They're the easiest way and freest.
So
cheapest.
a little bamboo thing over there. If you see it under my cups, kind of where Cameron is. You want to pan over and show it?
Never heard of Pirate Ship. Yeah. You said wood and pretty in the same sentence. Where am I panning?
Little scale right here that I use to weigh my packages. I got this, of course, off Amazon. You turn it on and it weighs all of your stuff, like, inside of my box, obviously, but yeah, like, that's what I use. And then
you just have to measure the dimensions,
and then you just measure the box and you type all of that stuff into your Pirate Ship, and it prints you out a label. You don't even have to go to the post office.
Yeah, Amber, this is why we can't have nice things, because I say stuff like pretty and wood and Heather giggles. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to try to get some pretty wood. And she's like, you said pretty wood.
That's me. Yeah. But yeah, and then anybody who wants to be my friend, feel free to add me as a friend or shoot me a private message. I'll go in and look at my spam folder whenever we get off the live and climb into bed. And I'll send you a friend's request if you're okay with that.
The scale says Escali. Ooh, hi, sorry.
Yeah, I just typed in a scale on Amazon and it pulled up with this cute little bamboo scale, and I was like, hey, I think it was like 15 or 20 bucks. And it completely...
Amazon. She got it from Amazon.
Off Amazon is where I got it from. And it completely is a lifesaver because I don't know about you guys, but I don't like loading up my 2 kids and going to stand in line at the post office. Because, what are you doing?
Nothing. I was reading comments and laughing because she said I giggled out loud and my husband says what, so I had to explain. Where'd you get your scale? Amazon. Also, if you use their boxes and wrap it in brown paper, it comes out cheaper. Just a heads up.
Pirate Ship has boxes. I know USPS has like the priority boxes, but those I've found for me anyways are a little bit more expensive than shipping in like my Amazon reused boxes. And I get tons of Amazon packages every single day, so I just use my Amazon boxes. And I'm recycling, so, I mean, why not? Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So.
She said USPS boxes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for me, I don't know why, but those are a little bit more expensive for the priority. So I just recycle my Amazon boxes and shove cups in there and ship them on their merry way. Sometimes I have to chase down my mail lady. She actually knows by experience that I usually have stuff going out, so she usually stops and knocks and brings me my mail to my door. So yeah, but yeah, if you have any questions about anything that you think I may be helpful for, have a cup that you're not really sure what to do with, have a technique that you're not really sure about, message me, send me a message. I'm always happy to help.
If you try to send her a friend request and it won't go through, message her.
Yeah.
Because she'll check her folders to make sure it's going through. Just say, hey, or I tried, and that way we'll...
I'll have to figure out what privacy setting. I haven't had any problems before, so I'm not really sure which setting it is. But I could definitely try to send you one if it will let me. If you send me a message and say that you're trying to add me as a friend and you cannot. And I'll go and check my privacy settings as well as soon as we're off the live to see if I can fix something so that it's not broken anymore and you guys can send me friends requests. So, yeah. Hopefully all you guys have a fantastic night. Me with my 5 brows, 5 head, 5 brow head. Yeah.
I have too many pending requests and Facebook is shutting it down. That's common.
I probably do have a lot, but most of them are creepers.
I want a 6 scrub turner. I received it about a month ago, but I've been so busy I haven't set it up yet. Haven't started making cups yet either. You should start. It's a good side job. I sent a message. Cool. I don't see your friends request options on you. Again, message her. Night night. I sent your friends request. I have you as a friend. Woo woo. You were so dumb. Stop. Alright guys, we're gonna dip out. Y'all have a good evening. Love y'all.